one of my big goals this year was to take better control of my eating habits. I wasn't eating a lot, but I felt like I had lost control of my mouth at times. I would be in the middle of an activity, I would be in the middle of needing to get work done, needing to see my family, my girlfriend, and or in the middle of a conference for my computer Olympiad, in the middle of a vacation, and I would be daydreaming about food. Sometimes it would be in an inappropriate place to be eating. Sometimes I would be in a different country where the food wasn't available. Sometimes there was something that didn't allow for me to eat at the moment, right? Either that, or I would go get the food and fall behind on other things I needed to do. One of the big uh, uh, challenges I give myself is to always ask, is the next thing I really want to eat all that important, right? It's kind of like in 1973 when you ask, is my trip all that important? Or in 2020, is that social interaction all that important, and am I taking precautions, right? Or in the 1980s, when you had sex, you thought about safety, right? Kind of like that, right? I'm thinking, okay, do I really need to eat what I'm planning on eating, right? And how much do I need to eat? And actually, the whole idea of washing my hands has been a big benefit. Before I eat, if I spend 20 seconds while I'm washing my hands to question if I really need to eat what I needed to eat, oftentimes I only needed a break. And the washing of my hands was kind of provided that break, and I went back to whatever I was doing without having to grab that snack. A lot of times, actually. Now, the first world problem is that I used to have a favorite brand of microwavable popcorn. I don't think it's this one. There's a natural one that was made of palm oil or coconut oil. The problem is that now that I've really cut back, the bag is way too big for me. And I hate to waste food. That's been a big barrier of mine. I love buying in bulk, but I hate wasting food. I really love it when you can go to a bulk container and fill out a container of however much you need, right? Although because of the social distancing, they're not, a lot of stores are not offering it, right? They're trying to be safe. But things that can kind of keep well, right? Like, for example, this is a 2-liter bottle of tea, right? But it's not going to go bad, right? What else? But the problem with that popcorn is that it's hard to save half a bag and keep it fresh and warm, right? You can't really reheat it. To give you an idea of how bad a first world problem this was, just a couple of weeks ago, I was checking up on my ex-girlfriend. I mean, we kind of broke up because of COVID-19, and we kind of went our own ways, right? We're still good friends, but we really enjoyed our time alone. I really enjoyed walking along the Kirkland Trail and traveling, and she really enjoyed making art, and we kind of just went our own ways. But a couple weeks ago, I decided to give her a call. I got really excited about potentially moving in with her so that we could share a bag of popcorn. I mean, just because I don't want to waste half a bag of popcorn, I'm willing to move in with a girl and sacrifice all the free time that I have. That's how funny it was. But it goes to show that this is a very minor worry compared to in other places around the world where people don't have the opportunity to social distance. They have to worry about rioting, right? Even back home in Seattle, some people don't have a safe place to hide during the rioting, right? And I'm just worried about a bag of popcorn versus living with a girl, right? That's how silly it was.